Less than 2 miles away from that shootout, dozens of Cincinnati youth spent tonight playing basketball. It's part of a program created to avoid the madness that happened this afternoon. Local 12's Brad Underwood spoke with the man who brought that program to Cincinnati.
Cincinnati Police Chief Jeffrey Blackwell says the H3 Cincy program keeps 240 kids safe and supervised every Friday night. Just hours after a 14-year-old was shot and killed, Chief Blackwell says that's the reason this program is here, is to stop this kind of violence, to start creating community leaders rather than locking them up. That's the sound police want to hear. Laughter, kids safe and having fun. H3 Cincy is doing just that. Video games for the younger children and hoops for teens 15 to 19 every Friday night at 3 different recreation centers.
Well, they dig it. It's a good program. They have uniforms, they're prideful, they know that they matter, and they do matter.
That's the sound no one wants to hear. But this was the scene just hours before, just 2 miles away, where 4 people were shot and a 14-year-old was killed.
It only magnifies the need for more programs to connect to young people, to keep them off of those violent pathways that so many of them are on.
Police believe the murdered 14-year-old was involved in an incident with a gun at the Evanston Rec Center just 3 weeks ago. Since the H3 program tipped off, there have been no problems with violence at the center.
Let's go, Ed.
Lisa Thurman cheers on 2 of her kids who she signed up for the program.
Keep them busy, keep them off the street. It's something to do as a family, and then I'm very competitive, so I'm having a good time as well.
Thurman knew about the shooting on Taft and says that's what keeps her closely involved in her children's lives.
That's what I fear every day, getting that phone call. So if I can do anything in my power to keep my kids busy 24/7 and just to know where they're at and what they're doing, I'm doing it.
Marquita Blackman agrees as she watches her nephew.
The world is clearly changing, and I believe this is a positive outlet to show kids that there's something other than what's negative out there.
In Evanston, Brad Underwood, Local 12 News.
And the H3 program has 7 more weeks of Friday night hoops before the championship game at Cincinnati State.